Look at this dry desert ground. Nothing grows here. People have died where you're standing. But 2 feet below your boots, there's enough water to fill a swimming pool, and you can't see it. What if I told you that a single $2 item from a hardware store could pull that water straight out of thin air? No electricity, no filters, no moving parts. And it works whether you're in the Sahara or your own backyard. This secret has been buried for over 40 years, and the companies selling $300 water filters, they really don't want you to know it. Around the world, 2.2 billion people don't have clean drinking water. That's not a statistic, that's a crisis. Every single day, mothers walk 6 hours just to bring home water that's probably making their kids sick. And in cities like Cape Town and Mexico City, the taps are running dry. Millions are terrified. But here's what nobody tells you. The air around you right now, even if it feels dry, it's holding water. In fact, the atmosphere contains 6 times more water than all the rivers on Earth combined. 6 times. That water is floating right past your face, completely free, completely ignored. The problem isn't that water doesn't exist. The problem is that we've been conditioned to believe the only water is in pipes. Corporations have built a $600 billion industry convincing you that water must be bottled, filtered, or shipped. But nature has been pulling water from air for billions of years without a single electric bill. Plants do it. Insects do it. Even the stones in the desert do it at dawn. So why can't you? I stumbled onto this completely by accident. I was fixing a leaky pipe in my garage when I noticed something strange. A piece of ordinary fabric was bone dry while water pooled everywhere else. My brain froze. That's impossible. I spent the next 3 months obsessing over this. My wife thought I'd lost my mind. I read physics papers from the 1970s. I translated old French engineering documents, and then I found it. A single forgotten patent, filed in 1982 by a man nobody remembers. His invention cost less than lunch. The patent office buried it. No manufacturer picked it up because there's no profit in something that works too well and costs too little. This isn't magic. It's not pseudoscience. It's called passive atmospheric water generation, and your body uses the same principle every time you sweat. Warm air holds moisture. Cold surfaces force that moisture to release. That's it. That's the entire secret. But most people get this wrong. They think you need expensive refrigeration coils or complex dehumidifiers. The $2 trick uses something far smarter, something you already have in your laundry room. The material matters more than you think. Not all fabrics are created equal when it comes to pulling water from air. Cotton is good, linen is better, but there's one material that beats them all, and it costs pennies per square foot. This isn't theory anymore. I built one. It worked on the first night, and I almost cried when I saw what happened. A full liter of clean, clear, tasteless water from air that felt completely dry. No plug, no pump, no noise. I tested it again and again. Desert air, humid air, winter air, summer air. It worked everywhere. Here's exactly what you need, and I promise you, you already have most of it. Step 1. Take any container, a bucket, a food storage box, even an old paint can. It just needs to be clean. Step 2. Cut a hole near the bottom, big enough for a straw, because gravity is going to do all the work for you. Step 3. Insert a tube. Any tube, a drinking straw, a piece of garden hose, even a rolled-up piece of paper works. Step 4. Take your fabric, cotton, linen, an old t-shirt, soak it, then wring it out. It needs to be damp but not dripping. Step 5. Drape the fabric over the top of your container, like a drum skin, smooth, tight, no wrinkles. Step 6. Secure it with a rubber band or string or zip tie. anything that holds it tight against the rim. That's it. That's the entire device. $2 if you bought everything new, $0 if you used what you already have. But here's what nobody explains. The secret isn't in the build, it's in where you put it. Most people set it outside. That's wrong. Direct sunlight destroys the temperature difference you're trying to create. You want cool air passing over the fabric and warm air underneath. That temperature difference is what makes water appear. Put it in a breezy spot, near a window, under a ceiling fan, next to an air conditioner vent. Moving air is your friend. At night, put it outside. The cool night air is perfect. By sunrise, you'll have your first harvest. Watch what happens over the next few hours. The warm, moist air underneath rises. It hits the cool, damp fabric, and something magical happens. Water droplets form. They grow. They get heavy. Then they fall right into your container. Gravity pulls it down. The tube lets it flow out, into your cup, into your bottle, into your life. In humid air, this trick can produce over a gallon a day. That's enough drinking water for a family of 4. In dry desert air, less, maybe 1 liter, but that liter can keep you alive. That's not an exaggeration. The water is pure, distilled naturally. No chlorine, no fluoride, no microplastics, just H2O. You can drink it straight, use it for plants, give it to your pets, cook with it, bathe in it, all from air. Scale it up. Use a bigger container, more fabric, multiple devices. You can make hundreds of gallons. A community in Morocco saw this method on YouTube. They built 40 devices. They haven't bought water in 8 months. A survivalist in Arizona tested it against his $600 electric generator. The $2 trick won in reliability and silence. No parts to break, no filters to replace, no electricity to pay for. It just sits there, making water forever. You can even bury it, put it underground with just the fabric exposed. The earth keeps it cool. The air keeps it working. I want you to imagine something. Wake up tomorrow, walk to your device, and see a full jar of water, free. No more carrying heavy cases from the store, no more worrying about tap water, no more plastic bottles. For a family struggling to afford clean water, this trick isn't interesting, it's life-changing. For a gardener, your tomatoes will taste like nothing you've ever grown. Pure water makes pure food. For an off-grid homesteader, this is the missing piece. Water independence, without solar panels, without wind power, just physics. For emergency preparedness, build 3 of these. Put them in storage. If the grid goes down, you still drink. Think about every rooftop in your city, every balcony, every backyard, all producing water for free. This isn't just a trick for survivalists. This is for anyone who's ever paid a water bill, anyone who's ever worried. The only reason you haven't heard about this, it threatens a multi-billion-dollar industry. Water is big business. But now you know, and you can't unknow it. So what are you going to do with this information? Before you build one, there's one more thing. Something strange happens if you let the water sit for 3 days. The water changes, not in a bad way, but something starts growing inside it, something alive and beneficial. That's because you've captured living water, water that's never touched copper pipes, never been stagnating in reservoirs. Some people use this water to start ferments. Others use it for probiotics, but that's a story for another time. For now, just build one tonight. Put it by your window, and tomorrow morning, taste what you've been breathing. If this video reaches enough people, the water companies can't ignore it. They'll have to change, or they'll become irrelevant. This isn't about me. It's about the grandmother who can't carry heavy bottles anymore, the father working 2 jobs, the child in a dry country who can go to school instead of walking for water. That's the real impact. You don't need permission. You don't need a patent. You don't need a company. You just need air and $2. Share this with someone you love,
because the people who need it most probably won't find it on their own. In the next few years, you're going to see these on every homestead, every emergency kit, every balcony in every city. And when that day comes, remember, you saw it here first. You learned it before it was cool. The secret is out now, and secrets this powerful, they don't go back in the box. One last thing before you go. That fabric I told you about, the best material in the world for this isn't cotton. That's the $2 trick that creates unlimited water from air. But the $1 trick, that one makes water from nothing, and I'll show you next time.